Hello, 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 hello. So the whole entire first part of the rant completely didn't matter. Okay, so now we know that when we use the headphones, it does not come through on the live. The live does not work with the headphones. I spent 10 minutes talking to myself, and it took me that long to realize that that was going on. So that's very, very ashamed. That's shameful for me, and I need to figure out how to run these lives better because there's literally zero people watching. But does it matter? Not really. Because we're about to talk about what I want to talk about, which is Big Brother. Big Brother, the game that I love. Zanky, which was my favorite bromance. And I'm coming live right now because one thing, it is so boring in the house that everybody's asleep. Usually at this time in the morning, people are up making moves, trying to make moves, but we have a dominant force in the house, which is Turner, Monty, and Kyle. These are the three musketeers, is what I like to call them. Uh, let's see what the house guests are up to right now. It looks like Turner's sleeping in the HOH room. These are the two HOH room cams. Let's see. That's Kyle. That may be Alyssa. And you can tell that the rift has like officially begun to just splinter. And Kyle and Melissa are no longer lovey-dovey all the time. It seems that they're getting ready for their life outside of the house, which Kyle is not a part of Alyssa's life. I'm sorry to tell anybody that doesn't feel that way, but we all know that this is just a dependency developed in the house because of the psychological trauma that happens in this house, and it's very sad, but it's also very it's really enjoyable watching a sadistic manner, I guess, because we're all watching to see their anguish, but it's just because of the turmoil that these people are put under. It's almost like jail, and if most of these people are rich or actors, if they've never been to jail, they don't know that it sucks, for lack of better words. And so let's see, where's Terrence at? See, because Terrence, as we all know, Terrence snores. I would have voted his ass out a long time ago because he is what do you call it? Sleep apnea. He probably needs a sleep apnea machine. This is just insane, but we all know what Zanky was. It was the greatest bromance in history. I mean, Beast Mode Cowboy was great. Zach, please don't be straight anymore. You're cute and I approve. Ari, funny. Dude, see, that's why I love this community. I always will love this community. Uh, Accepting. This is about social. This is about the social aspect. People can't fight with their fists, and it makes such a great season. Look, remember Amber and Beast Mode Cowboy? Remember when they were such a big item, and he took her out on a date, and it was like it was just so cute because she had no interest in this man. I would love to know what Beast Mode Cowboy's up to right now. And look at Zachary. Wow, Zach. He can officially twerk better than Alyssa can. If I could get a live chat that would agree with me, he can twerk better than Alyssa can. I will be putting a vote out on my YouTube asking who can twerk better, Zach or Alyssa. And if we all remember Alyssa's twerk, it was basically her slamming her pelvis into the ground. repeatedly. She looked like a character from Doom or UFC 3 that had glitched, and Dan Mergliotta took over the fight to win. But we have these amazing. See, I can't even compare this season, even season 15 with McRae and Amanda and McRae. That was a great season. They had Andy. Andy won. It was such a fantastic season. You gotta love season 15, season 16. Even the cookout had their good moments, but the season with Enzo, that was a great season. I mean, we're talking about a real banger. Because what was it? Josh and Enzo got into such a big fight, and the pans busting around. But nothing compares to this. This was genuine. This was a genuine love relationship, and that is Zach spanking Frankie Grande on the butt. Let's see, about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times, and that's kind of wild. Wow. I did not remember this little. I didn't remember that one. But boy, when it's on a gift, it really doesn't hold back. Zach, fuck you then. I've been waiting for that. I want you to fuck me. Whoa. Are you serious? Let's read that again. Zach, fuck you then. Frankie, I've been waiting for that. I want you to fuck me then. Wait. Yeah. I want you to fuck me. Yeah. That's funny, dude. Oh my god, you have such a nice ass. Wow, this has become very this has become something else. Alright, well, let's get back on this season, because Turner is probably I think he's like the front runner to win. He's been playing the middle really well compared to everybody else in the game. It seems like everybody likes Turner. Trying to think of who else is. Kyle is going to be tough to beat as long as Alyssa's around. There is a scenario where it's going to be Kyle, Turner, and Alyssa in the final three. And if Kyle and Alyssa are in the final two, who's going to stop them? Who is going to stop? Who deserves it? Who deserves that money? Not Alyssa. She's rich, right? Or she's from Florida. She's probably not 100% rich. I mean, those people. But the way she talks, look, Jasmine was rich. We all knew she flaunted her richness or whatever she had all the time. It was almost embarrassing how much bolstering she was doing at all times. But so thankful that Jasmine is gone. I really love Joseph. It was really sad to see him go. But as far as Joseph and Monty, that was a power couple that needed to be separated. And I'm really happy with the new alliance. The new alliance, which is Terrence, Turner, Kyle, and Alyssa. Seems like those four, if they can maneuver the right way, that they'll end up winning in a smooth fashion. I posted a video the other day about how Kyle and Turner were talking, and Kyle was like, "Are you 100% on board with what we're about to do? Which is that's put Brittany or Michael on the block. I would try to get Michael out as a backdoor. Michael's too powerful. everybody knows he's too powerful. It's just, you cannot let somebody like this game, this Big Brother has turned into more Survivor esque than anything I've ever seen. Survivor, if anybody knows about Survivor, it's cutthroat from the beginning to the end. I mean, blindsides. People that you need will get slaughtered. It won't even be in the interest of anybody's best game, but it seems like there has something to do with about being outside. And once they put those four people outside and nobody was getting a live feed shot, which that was bull crap. We should have been able to see everything that they were doing from start to finish. I don't care if they were wall yellers or whatever. I posted a video, I shared it on my timeline. Look in my community tab. That is the compound with the LA River to the left of the compound where people scream in, and you can actually see the layout of the Big Brother house, which is absolutely cool. It's a really cool thing to see. You know, where they're sleeping right now. This is like a second story, and there's like two different like TV executive trailers on the outside of it, like to the right. It's just a cool video. I'd suggest anybody to look at it. It's in my community page. Go check that out. Other than that, man, good morning to anybody who's now watching. We had a couple of viewers. Now it's down to 0. But we all know that Turner is serious about what he said. Michael and Brittany are on the chopping block, and they need Michael out. Michael has got to get out of this house. He cannot be left to live. It's just not possible. We cannot let Michael stay in this house another day. He's too smart. He's too cunning. Once we get Michael, then we can move on to, I want to say Monty. But my predictions for this season, as it stands right now, I want Kyle to win. He's got so much backlash. There's no reason for him to have backlash, just for stating the obvious. From a sociology perspective, I am a minor in social studies. Like, it's not okay to just call him a racist just for pointing out the obvious about what the cookout was. The cookout was a group based on race. That's not okay in any way, shape, or form. You know, forming a group based on race is not okay. Like, I don't care what race you are. You know, of course there was a precedent that was set, that needed to be set. And I love Xavier and I love Tiffany. Tiffany became my favorite player of the cookout. But it doesn't make it okay to single out other people, like a even more oppressed community, which was God dog, I can't remember his name right now, but Derek F, he's a way more underrepresented race in Big Brother, and they singled him out and went after him because of his race, and that was not okay. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But you have to understand that this my predictions for this season, I think, let's look at it realistically. Michael or Brittany goes home. They want to keep Terrence. At this point, you want to keep the weakest link. So we try to keep Terrence. Turner is going to try to vote out Michael. So if we can get out Michael, that leaves Brittany, Terrence, Kyle, Alyssa, Turner, and Taylor. And it really just comes down to whoever wins the next HOH. It's just going to be each one taking shots at the other because the lines have been drawn in the sand. And it's going to be fun to watch the next couple of weeks. We got a long time till Sunday, and even longer time till Wednesday. And we'll come back. This is the first time I've been back trying to just give a few predictions and a few outcomes and a few of the way I feel about the things that are happening in the house, and especially the outside versus inside paradigm, especially because of the way how everything got so cutthroat when everybody went outside. It was like Survivor kicked on. Whenever you're outside, you're deprived of so many different elements. It's like you want to go for blood, and that's what they did. They went out for blood. They got Joseph, and now we're sitting here in a completely different game with Jasmine's, limp fake. She even called her ankle injury fake last episode. She was like, if I have to ride this fake ankle injury, then I will. So it's just so good to get rid of bad rubbish, but I feel bad for Joseph because he's stuck in the house with Jasmine, and Jasmine's been wanting to cheat on her husband the entire time. She even put her towel over her head to cover up her infidelity, talking to Indy. Well, now Indy and Jasmine are both in the jury house with Joseph, so they're gonna be somebody's hooking up, whether it's Joseph or Indy, or Jasmine and Joseph, or maybe Indy, Joseph, and Jasmine are all hooking up. Who knows? I don't know how much liquor they get flowing, but facts, if Kyle loses and he goes to jury house with Alyssa, he still wins because he gets that. Wait, didn't they already do something? I heard like through the grapevine that Alyssa and Kyle had sex in the house, and I know that they give them condoms, but I mean, in jury house, like nobody will be able to see him. They'll be doing it all the time, so he's not going to lose. So my prediction for the winner of this season is Turner. If Turner can work his magic, his weight to strength ratio, it's either going to be Turner or Kyle. I mean, DJ Showtime, no matter what he thinks, he cannot climb up that wall. They still haven't done BB Comics yet. If Taylor can maneuver her way, her weight to strength ratio will put her over the top. But she can't, she's not really the smartest person. Like, she misses a lot of obvious stuff, but who knows what the production would tell her. So it's a big what if, but scariest players to end the final three. And if this comes true, I'd be blown away. But my personal favorite would be a Turner, Alyssa, Kyle final three. What it probably will end up being will be Taylor, Turner, and Alyssa or Monty. I think Kyle's gonna get thrown down as a shield somehow. Man, this has been one of the best seasons, one of the most cutthroat seasons, and I was just coming on to tell everybody how much I appreciate Big Brother in general. It's been such a fun ride. So many nights, especially waking up in the morning, you get a chance to, just turn on, just right now, like this is live. I'm getting to watch 4 cameras, which in Brazil it's 30. I wish it was 30. But we're getting to watch 4 live cameras, and they're not doing anything, and my battery is running out. So we have to charge these stupid things. But let's take a deep dive into what's going on here. Turner's in the HOH room, completely asleep. Kyle and Melissa aren't together. I think that's a person. Oh yeah, that's Alyssa and Kyle. And I can't really tell who that is. But they're all sleeping together. I would imagine that they would want to be sleeping apart from each other. You know, or maybe it's scary in that house. You know, it's just a big compound. It's like a big warehouse in LA. Yeah, that's. I mean, this is pretty much sleep ASMR at this point. Nothing going on here. But yeah, absolutely. I had a really big Twitter page that was called Zach Under the Stairs that got removed because I said something that was considered transphobic, but it wasn't at all transphobic. Or I think it was transphobic. I don't even know honestly what happened. It was so long ago. Like, and if anybody knows me, they know that I'm not a transphobic person. For God's sake, Zanky was was my favorite Big Brother alliance. What in the world is that? Don't you hate these things? Man has a weird round spots on his finger. When the doctor sees it, they call the police. They called the police? Ugh, that was so wild. Well, anyways, guys, I think that was my update. If anybody has any more updates, you can put them in the files below. We're going to try to, I guess, go live again. I can't see anything being as live as it was last season when Kyland and God, what was his name? Kyland and the Tyrese Gibson looking guy. Whenever they almost got into a fight, that was the greatest moment. And I was so crunk. I would suggest anybody to go back and watch Kyland versus Kylan versus Xavier on my timeline and see just how absolutely happy and angry and just the amount of emotion that one can be brought out in Big Brother. Big Brother's the greatest game in history. And I'm so glad that Daniel went home. I couldn't stand Daniel and I couldn't stand his whole alliance. The entire, like, putting, like, a woman's alliance first. It sounds good at first, but you realize that you're always going to be on the bottom of that totem pole. Like, and him doing that, it was really strange. And all the times that he cried and had, like, these angry outbursts, it just showed how unstable he was. And the most important part of Big Brother is being stable and somehow controlling your emotions while controlling everybody else's emotions. That's why Joseph was such a awesome player, and I think Joseph deserves to be on The Amazing Race, Survivor, any of these. I don't think he'd pass out like Beast Mode Cowboy did. Uh, I Man, I really want to look up what Beast Mode Cowboy's doing. Do we have any live people talking? Hey, hi there, Lisa Turtle. Hey. Um, let's see, what are you saying? Hi, you're rooting for Kyle and Turner? Oh no. See, I'm the worst at these lives because I'm doing it off my phone. I think, yeah, Daniel had. I think Daniel would have ran the game if it wasn't for Paloma. Right when Paloma left, you saw his heart sink. His heart sunk as soon as Paloma left. And I think that was just the nail in the coffin. I think Daniel was getting ready to run the game, and Paloma cost Daniel $750,000. And the game would have been completely different. I'm not saying that I don't like them. I think that they would have been such a powerhouse that every week everybody would have been doing everything they could to try to like knock them down, a lot like Cody and Alyssa had to do. I think her name was Alyssa, the two that won the Amazing Race that year. It was so amazing. Cody, man, when Cody won the Amazing Race, I think I literally cried. I don't know if anybody else watched that, but that's very true. I think Daniel. The first thing I would do when I got out of the house is I would go to Paloma, and I would be like, "Man, you lost $750,000 for us. That we were in position to run the entire game, and right when you left, I mean, he almost cried right when she left when he got that letter. I wish I had that queued up because that was such a glorious moment. The entire game rested on that. She was so beautiful. She could have swayed the men easily. Man, the whole game would have been different. So that just sucks. And Big Brother tried to completely erase her from Big Brother's memory. Like Julie never talks about Paloma. She like it's like who shall not be named. She's Lord Voldemort at this point. And then when Jasmine got evicted, she talked about Paloma and she was saying a lot of good things about her. And Julie was just like, "Hey, shut up, shut up. You don't talk about her no more." Uh, but I think there was good parts to each person. But I just think that really cost Daniel. It cost their whole group. And Alyssa, poor Alyssa, got caught playing in the middle, but she's still there. I think Alyssa and Kyle have literally lasted longer than any other BB showmans. I mean, that Chris guy and Shannon, I believe her name was, they were just along for the ride. Kyle is smarter than he's letting on. Like, it's going to be hard to beat him. That's why I say that the final three may be Kyle, Alyssa, and Turner. Uh, if DJ Showtime can win, we're just looking for the next HOHs. I want to see good gameplay. I don't necessarily want to see a clean sweep. I want to see some drama. I don't like this. I don't like everybody being asleep. At this point, they should be really hustling. Like I really believe that. And just a lot of things. I think I'll probably come back on tomorrow morning. We're getting ready. We're about to go to work, do all this good stuff, and I'll see everybody tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll start doing. We'll upload some lives, and we'll get it taken care of. All right, bye.